what a nice day. It's nice, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We need to.
No, definitely not.
We're not sure what we're going to do today. Tony's
Hey, wait, guys.
We'll figure
Wait,
it out.
hey, got an idea.
Hey, guys.
I just found out I could possibly rent a pontoon boat. So here's what I got. I have nothing for today, except we're going to be talking about outdoor living. So I got about 3 hours before we have to start the show. You guys plan the whole thing. I'm going to see if I can rent that pontoon boat so we can see the Cedarville, Hirschtown Reservoir area, okay?
Okay.
So, no goofing around though.
You got any lemonade, Tony?
No, just work. All I want you to do is work, figure out what we're doing. I'll be back in about 3 hours.
Hey guys, you heard Tony say he's going to be on for 3 hours. So listen, we've been under a lot of stress. We need to relax. As we relax, some really good ideas will come to us. So let's go over here and sit down.
Do it.
And maybe we can find some lemonade. I don't know, but come on, come on. 3 hour tour.
A 3 hour tour.
Okay, guys, we got plenty of time. Let's just sit down here and enjoy this time together. And,
Lonnie?
Yeah.
Lonnie?
Thank you.
Guys, I cannot sit here for 3 hours. I have a full Ironman triathlon I'm training for. I got to get out and go, guys.
Do
There's
what
a
you have
river
to
right
do.
there. I'm excited to run for it.
Do what you got to do. Lots of time.
I think in order for us to really properly reflect on what outdoor living means and how we can experience it here in Fort Wayne, we need to have a group therapy session like this. Let's all just relax.
He's got a really good idea. Let's just relax for a while. Take the stress off. It's really nice.
It's coming to me now.
Somebody might need to hum.
Dave, there you go, sir.
All right, as we embrace outdoor living, everyone breathe in.
Oh,
Guys, did you figure out what we're talking about
outdoor living.
yet? I've already ran 13 miles. I got to go on a bike ride now.
We're just
Ooh, outdoor living.
We're bringing in the outdoor.
What is he wearing?
Wow. Hey, great job, Luke. How far did you go?
Guys, I've gone 2 miles. Have you figured out what we're talking about yet?
Well, I don't know, but was that what they call the moth technique?
It's supposed to resemble a butterfly.
Oh,
Okay, guys,
oh,
now,
hi, Tony.
been 3 hours. What are we talking about today?
I fell asleep.
You mean you seriously didn't waste 3 hours here, just this way?
Well, we got some
I wouldn't
ideas,
say
but
we
we're still
wasted it.
formulating them.
Okay, guess what? We got to open the show up, so forget this. You guys aren't getting paid for today. You know that. You're not going to get paid.
I really don't care.
I think I'm all right.
Who needs a lemonade?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Lemonade, 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 lemonade.
Guys, that swim felt so refreshing.
It's 92. I think I'm going to stand by Luke. This feels good.
Hey, welcome to Between the Studs. My name is Lottie Norris, and this is part of the Granite Ridge Builders team, including Tony Reinke, president of Granite Ridge Builders. We build custom homes in Northeast Indiana, Northern Indiana, also parts of Ohio and Southern Michigan. Thanks for joining us today as we explore the vast subject of building custom homes in our neighborhood or one of yours. What are we doing today?
You know, guys, I gave you 3 hours to think about what we're going to do today. I sent you to the most beautiful place in Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Yes, nice.
on the river. We have a pool out here. You better come up with something really quick. What should we talk about?
Well, I would say it was time well spent. I don't know about you guys.
Yes.
Good team bonding.
Kind of a group thing, yeah.
Well, let's talk about outdoor living.
Yeah, I think outdoor living is so popular in our area, and we're not just talking about lakes. We're doing it in subdivisions basically everywhere. What's your favorite part about outdoor living, Izzy?
My favorite thing actually right now is something called an outdoor kitchen. It's a really intriguing
Oh,
prospect.
Yep.
like
I
that.
love outdoor furniture and arrangements and things like that, so I'd love to talk about that.
I love landscaping and flowers.
Ooh.
I have a pergola that got started. I'd like to show you how the
Let's show an
Oh,
installation
that'd
today.
be cool.
How's
That'd
that?
be cool.
Now, guys, I love talking about all the trails that many of our communities are connected to. So they're
do it.
constantly expanding those. And then I also want to talk about maybe some of the rivers and the riverfront development. We're here a little bit north of Fort Wayne, but we are on the St. Joe River.
Look what Fort Wayne downtown is doing. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that. Good idea.
I like lounge chairs, as in lounge chairs. You know what I'm saying, guys? No?
like the pools out on the side of those lounge chairs.
Oh,
Good idea.
I like the fireplaces that you sit on the lounge chairs and watch at night.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Got
you
ideas.
guys recouped real fast. I think you've got a subject. Let's all pick that same subject, and let's give our audience a little bit of idea of what we're doing about outdoor living in Indiana. I think it's got the most comeback of any state in the union. Summers are great here.
Let's do it. You got any lemonade?
You guys have been drinking lemonade all afternoon.
Iced tea. Iced tea. Yeah. This thing's finished up.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the last of them.
Wow, that's it,
All
huh?
right. Thanks, guys.
That's it for the retainer wall. Hey,
Yeah.
that's pretty exciting, and I love retainer walls. I know a lot of or a lot of people, and maybe builders, I don't know, don't like slope or retainer walls, but look how beautiful that is. Let's
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
we
it.
use this to our advantage. It was a little slope here. We dug it out level, and then we put in this rock retaining wall, and it worked out really well. We'll put some plants on the top edge as a screening, and then we'll also put some plants in there that grow down over those rocks later on.
Okay, and it's a beautiful accent for this pergola that we're building. You know, when we talk about outside living, we need to talk about pergolas because a lot of people are building them, aren't they, Matt?
Oh,
Let's look at
absolutely.
this one. Let's look
Yeah.
at this one.
What we started with here is once we got our pad level,
Okay.
we dug it out. We put about 8 inches of number 73 stone.
So that's a good sized stone.
Yeah,
Okay.
compacted it really well, made a base, put about 1 inch of sand over that, leveled it out, compacted that, and then we started our brick paver pattern. This is a 4 paver block pattern. You can do it random, whatever you want.
And these pavers set underneath this pergola, as we said. We've got a pergola with columns, round columns. Let's talk about the columns here.
Right, so
System.
before we put our paver patio in, we had our 4 posts installed. Then we had to cut these columns to the right height.
They're plastic.
Yeah,
What
they're
are they?
fiberglass.
They're fiberglass, okay.
Eric and Mike are just bringing another one over right now.
Okay, okay.
You can look at these. They're fiberglass. This one happens to be tapered, little decorative edge,
Okay.
and we cut it off the exact height of our
Got the
post.
capital, got the shaft, got the base, okay.
Yeah.
And they come in different profiles, square, round, tapered,
Absolutely.
all kinds.
There's unlimited.
Paint them up and they're gonna last a long, long
Yeah,
time then.
exactly.
Okay, cool.
Nice feature.
All right. So we set the, we're gonna set the columns. And then what do you got up here on the top?
Okay, what we did here is we made a 2 equal-sized support beams
Okay.
made out of cedar. Got them all primed and painted. Attached those to the post,
Okay.
and then we just started with these 2, but we have 5 main support beams. We
go
put an
across.
OG edge on the outside,
OG meaning that kind of gentle S
Yeah,
up
that
there.
little decorative
very, Very
feature.
decorative, uh-huh.
and then we'll build these across. It'll all attach together, and eventually we'll have some more ferns hanging down, drip irrigation. It'll look gorgeous.
So in a few days and for a few $1,000s, you can build something in your backyard that you're gonna really enjoy as we think about outdoor living and enjoy it here in Indiana.
Yeah, pretty handy do-it-yourselfer could tackle this project.
Thanks, man. So here's the finished product.
This looks a lot different than the one you just came from. We've done a lot of accessorizing here.
We sure have. Let's talk about some of the accessories that really doll up this pergola.
Well, one thing is the draping. This is a great idea. It's great you could block the sun if you have, direct sunlight that's bothering you. It's good for mosquitoes, in the evening.
Out. Okay.
We've done a few other things. We have some hanging fern baskets,
Beautiful
which are really
baskets,
pretty.
uh-huh.
You could also do some flowers. We do have a flower pot out here. The purple and yellow is just gorgeous. The
So color can play a big part of your pergola and how it looks and how you're going to enjoy it. Huh?
It can. Another way to bring in more color is by pillows.
Uh-huh.
You could do patterned pillows, solid pillows, but you can change up the look year to year also with different colors.
And of course the swing is so enjoyable today. I'd like to have the gas grill out here myself.
Good idea. Oh, and by the way, did you notice how green these ferns are?
They are very green and beautiful, yeah.
Well, I have a builder stud tip.
Okay.
You know how we did that? 1 teaspoon of Epsom salt mixed with 1 gallon of water. It'll keep them extra green.
Didn't know that.
Hey, JR, one of my favorite places to watch a game or anything is outside.
Yeah, let's try to find something on this TV here. Let's
That's
start
good.
with this one.
That looks good. JR, we are standing out here in this absolutely gorgeous outdoor pavilion, and there are so many features that we really need to talk about for Fort Wayne, Indiana. Can you talk about a few?
Yeah, the pavilions have become really popular here in our area. I think people assume that you got to do a lot of the outdoor living down south, but really in the summers it's almost too hot to enjoy it. So we're in a really good spot geographically to enjoy this great pavilion.
Not only in the summers, we can also do in the spring as well as the fall with a little bit extra heaters too.
Yeah, we've got some great features in this pavilion. Let's talk about a few. One of my favorites is the fireplace. We've got this beautiful stone outdoor fireplace with that natural barn beam mantle.
And talk about the stones, we even have some columns, and we brought the stones up higher on it to give it that real wild look.
Yeah, I did a nice steep roof pitch on this, and we did some decorative rafter tails to really kind of make it pop from far away.
And not only that, the television too. We talk about the television, this is a perfect spot for the television.
Yeah, I can't think of a better place to watch a game and enjoy some evenings.
And also some of the extra rafter straps that we have in here, and also the multiple colors that we put in this gives it that extra really nice warm feeling.
So this one's got that combination of those nice white painted columns and this beautiful stained strut above us.
Absolutely, and for probably a cost from anywhere between $7,500 to $15,000, you can have the same thing at your house.
We've got these beautiful lights, but I think we're missing one here.
Oh, it's...
There we got it. Yep, let's go for this.
And once these guys finish this light, you'll be able to see what it looks like at night.
Good job.
Well, Tony, here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, we definitely experience all 4 seasons.
You know, and we're using so much more of our outdoor space. We're looking for ways that we can expand the time spent outside. Use it a month too earlier in the spring, maybe a month too later in the fall, so we can get a good 8 to 9 months out of our space.
And a great way to do that is to use something like this. This is a tornado tube. And what this does, again, you've got a flame, and it's basically a space heater for your outdoor patio.
It also helps with taking care of the bugs in the area and everything like that. This thing is visually stunning. Izzy, why don't you crank that up a little bit?
And just like that, you've made your spring and fall a little bit more outdoor friendly.
Salute.
Salute.
Elizabeth, as a designer, I would say one of the toughest areas for a homeowner to think about decorating is the outdoor living area.
That's true, Kayla. The first step really is your furniture, and the furniture's come a long way. It's a lot like our furniture inside.
It is. There's certain fabrics, one of them called sunbrella fabric, that is actually made to be outside, and you could leave it outside for several days. It is always recommended to bring it in to extend its life, but if you would leave it out in a storm, it's not a big deal. It is made to be outside.
This is a perfect example, just a regular chair with an ottoman, just like inside. We've kind of seen people go away with a lot of the patio table and chairs and maybe do more of a setting like this.
You do. You see a lot more chairs and ottomans with cushions. It's much more popular now.
And that is all weatherproof.
It is. There's so many things that are weatherproof for the outsides now. You have your fabric and your furniture. You have rugs. You even have outdoor TVs that you can use.
You can accent it with pretty pillows. We have a clock here. Now when it comes to furniture like this, how do you compare cost when it comes to your indoor furniture versus outdoor?
You're probably going to spend about 20% more or so just to get the fabric to be able to withstand the elements. It's not going to fade or create mildew or mold on it either.
Now this is from Choice Designs, and I know they have a wide variety to choose from. Great ideas.
They do. There's even an outdoor living section at their showroom to see. It's off of Carroll Road, and there's a lot of designers there who can help you out.
This has to be the best. Between the stud, outdoor feature ever.
Especially for old guys, Tony.
It really is. Now look at this. This is an umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay, you take this off in the wind, you can put it up.
Okay.
It's Velcroed together.
Look at that.
Move this up. Now look at this. Guess what kind of a span this is?
Looks like 6 foot,
Yep.
8 foot, 10 foot.
This is an 11-foot umbrella. It stays like this. It also swivels so you can move it with the sun.
It's got to be expensive.
No, actually, we got this one for about $300. Now, is this about the best feature you've ever seen?
Man. Hey, let's sit down and enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. I think the rest of those guys are still working, so I think we can sit back down here and grab some
Oh,
lemonade. How's
it
this,
don't get
Lon?
any better than this. And Tony, look what it looks like when you go like this.
Oh, these are that solar feature. Is this not amazing?
Oh, I thought those were stars.
And Fort Wayne is really becoming an outdoorsman's dream. There's so many things you can do to get outside and enjoy it.
Yeah, I know every time I've been biking down the River Greenway, I've seen so many people out on the rivers, canoeing, paddleboarding, kayaking.
Hey guys, is this awesome or what?
This is gorgeous.
People need to take advantage of what nature has given us, and this is gorgeous. So, hey, we'll see you guys next time around.
All right. The reservoir.
Okay, what are we gonna do it again?
We're gonna go out in the St. Joe River, guys. Come
Okay.
on, you see a
Tour.
Cedar Reservoir.
Tour. Come on, guys.
Hurry up. Go, go. No, wait.
Come
wait.
on. Oh.
You might need those. All right, we'll pick you up later. Guys! We'll do without them. Okay. All right. Luke, you want to give us a tour?
Absolutely. Guys, this is the Cedarville Reservoir. 500 million acres backup water for Fort Wayne.
Wow.
This is one of two of the reservoirs for the Fort Wayne City Water. Some of you people don't know that actually this Fort Wayne City Water actually comes from the St. Joe River as opposed to wells. This is the first backup. This is the Cedarville Reservoir that we're on right now. It's 500 million acres of backup water. The first reservoir, some of you may have heard of Reservoir Park downtown.
Sure.
That was the first reservoir for Fort Wayne. That was only 4.2 million gallons of water. So this is 500 million. Then if this runs out in an extreme case of a drought, then there's the Firsttown Reservoir a few miles up north from here. That's 1.5 billion acres or gallons of water.
Have they ever had to use that yet?
No, they have not had to use that yet.
So we still have a great reserve.
We do, we really do.
That's another blessing with where we live, with all the Great Lakes. We have the most pure, Lonnie, don't we? Pure water anywhere in the world.
We do, and that's why most people in Fort Wayne do not use a softener, because they do have to filter and purify the water to a point where it's actually very good to drink and soft on your clothes and dishes.
Yeah, and then coming in, where we're headed to next is actually the Cedar Creek. And a lot of people don't know, that's kind of a hidden gem in this area. It's one of Indiana's best kept secrets when it comes to canoeing or paddling.
Yeah.
It's a great time to get out there, especially in the spring or fall.
Yeah, Matt, Dave, and I just did that last year, and just so you know, we kind of did a crash. There's a camera down about 8 or 9 feet somewhere in the creek. If anybody finds it, it's mine.
It's also good fishing.
Actually, no, it really is, and you can. It's very, very clear. In fact, I think the Secchi disc on that is very high.
Yeah, it is, really. And the Secchi disc in the St. Joe, it may not be all that good, but like you said, Lonnie, they go through the water filtration plant, which is downtown. Maybe you've seen that kind of Gothic style looking building down there off of Lafayette. That's the actual water filtration plant.
Hey, Luke, could you explain the Secchi disc to our audience real quick?
Absolutely. So a Secchi disc is basically a round disc. It's a foot in diameter, and it has alternating black and white stripes on it. And what you do is you lower it into the water, and you actually mark at what point you lose sight of it. Then you lower it again a little further, then you pull it back up, and then you mark when it reappears. And that's simply how they check to see the water clarity for several of our lakes around here and our rivers.
In fact, I think you got, at your lake, you have one of the, I guess, best Secchi disc ratings ever.
Yep,
How deep?
I'm up on Adams Lake, and it gets into the 20-foot range when you lose sight of that Secchi disc.
How much is Lake James?
Lake James is around the 12-foot mark.
Okay, but that's still pretty nice.
Now, guys, we're approaching the dam that's here for the Cedarville Reservoir, and this is what essentially dams up all that water, that 500 million gallons of backup water for Fort Wayne. So in the case of they needed more water, they can lower this, and they can get access to that water to the water filtration plant as needed.
Okay, now how far would you say we are from the Fort Wayne riverfront development from here?
10, 12 miles maybe?
Yeah, and you know, we're just on the, right now we're on the St. Joe River, and there's going to be a lot going on downtown Fort Wayne for the next several 10, 15, 20 years.
And in theory, you could get on the St. Joe River near here and go all the way downtown.
Absolutely, yep, this will take you right down to the confluence where all three rivers meet together.
Lots of things happening downtown.
Now, like we mentioned, we're a few miles north of downtown Fort Wayne. I'm really excited what's coming up with the riverfront development. Maybe some of you guys have read what's going on down there, but they're about to invest a lot of money into that area, and it's really going to create essentially a tourist attraction. There's going to be several things for people to do down there. There's going to be a beach. There's going to be plenty of activities that get you out on the water like we are today. There's going to be some nature walks, some tree houses,
restaurants.
Restaurants. All those are coming later. There's going to be some restaurants, some areas where there's some residential living. All that's maybe 3 or 4 steps down the road here. It's going to take about 10 years to get it all together, but I'm really excited for what it has, what's in store for it.
Now, Elizabeth. It's so nice relaxing here by the river and, just reading and getting some good ideas on stuff.
It's great to relax in your own backyard, but we have so many wonderful parks around Fort Wayne to sit and enjoy.
We do. There's splash pads and parks. You have areas downtown, even the Leo area, up north and south. I mean, all around, there's some great options.
I love Lakeside Rose Garden especially.
I do too. I really love taking the kids to the Y splash pad or the Leo splash pad.
Be sure and take advantage of everything that Fort Wayne does have to offer.
No discussion about outdoor living is complete without talking about cooking outdoors, grilling. I mean, grilling is practically America's favorite pastime. I mean, no family gathering, no holiday party is complete without putting something on the grill. And of course, when you're doing that outside, I get questions all the time, Kayla, is granite really an okay surface to surround your grill with?
It's kind of funny. It's actually considered one of the best ones because where does granite come from? It comes from the earth, so you might as well put it out in the elements, and it upholds great. Yeah. One thing to consider when you're selecting it, there's so many different styles and colors, but we tend to choose a dark color because lighter colors could discolor, but you're not going to have any issues with the heat or the sun with a granite.
Another great idea for your grilling area is your floor. You could do brick pavers, you could do stamped concrete, just regular concrete, but you can really dress up that area. You even could cover this area.
Exactly.
There's so many parts and components that you can do when outside here, from anything from a steer stove to your actual big grill, refrigerators outside, ice makers, all kinds of things you can do. And of course, we've got the big king load over here though, the green egg.
Yeah, I mean, Matt and I have two good competitions going here. This is ceramic. A lot of people love this. It's great for doing all kinds of things. You can even cook your cookies, your pizza in this, but the flavor is astounding with that ceramic. Now, Matt, you got the big bad boy over there. I can go up to 800 degrees. You can go up to what?
Oh, I'm low and slow. I only go 600.
600. See, and you got a little more space in there, but again, we got some good grill offs. Kitchens are absolutely the thing this summer, especially in Indiana. By the way, are you done yet? Have you gotten those? Yeah, I'm ready for
that. I'll take one.
Well, once you've built your new home, one of the first things people do is landscape. That's so important, the added touch of landscaping. Now, we're not really going to focus on bushes and shrubs right now. We're going to talk about potted plants, flowers, and what you can do in your yard. We have a couple examples here, and I know one of the basics for someone who's not familiar with doing pots is maybe a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. So you have something tall, something full, and something that drapes out. Now, you're an expert when it comes to flowers and pots, so you know different varieties that can be done. Why don't you explain what you've done here?
Okay. These particular potted plants, of course, I'm into drip irrigation, so they are drip irrigated. The purple flowers are white petunias. That's your spiller. Those do really great in this area. A lot of people don't know it, but you can also do a lot of tropicals. This is a gardenia tree, and if you can see, it's got a ton of buds that are gonna come out in the next few days. Very fragrant flower. They're just great for this time of year.
It's gonna be beautiful. Now, you mentioned on this particular plant to check the underside of the leaf.
Yeah, tropicals, gardenia trees, hibiscus trees, they can get aphids. So you always wanna just, while you're watering them, clipping off the old flowers, just look under the leaves. And then here we have elephant ears. These are real popular now too. And the gardenia tree, the elephant ears, you can always overwinter those. Put the tree in your house, dig after the first frost, just dig up this bulb, clean it up, store it in some like sawdust in a box in your garage, keep it from freezing, and you can reuse that for next year.
Great way to save some money. Let's go check out a few other of your pots.
Sure.
Now, if you want a little more height or drama in your yard, this is a great idea. I love what you've done here.
Yeah, these are mandevilla vines, and we took some reinforcement rod, made a little teepee, wired it up at the top, and we could have made these a lot taller. This mandevilla will grow as tall as what you have as far as a structure. And if I stood here too long, this vine would actually sense my presence and attach to me.
It'd start wrapping around you.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I know this is something that you just have 1 year, so it doesn't come back every year. You don't keep it to use it again.
Yeah, typically these tropicals are, a 1 year thing.
So let's talk about the pot preparation. For any pot, I know you need to have a few holes in the bottom. What else do you do for your pots?
Okay, of course, again, these are drip irrigated, so I have my drip coming out the bottom. But I use about a 50-cent piece size rock and put about 3 inches in the bottom, and that just allows for good drainage. Some good potting soil, and then these particular ones, I like to use cocoa mulch on the top. Really does well on keeping the moisture in the pot.
Now you have another tropical plant here. What's
Yep,
this?
that's a banana tree, and so just another form of type of leaf, different texture, different color, different feel.
I've actually seen plates made out of banana leaf. They're really neat.
Yeah.
Now one of my favorite things you've done is what we have back here.
Yeah, that's a hibiscus tree, and those you can try to, like the gardenia tree, you could try to overwinter those. Those are susceptible to some aphids also, but those like a lot of potassium. If you use the Miracle Grow, the bloom enhancer has a lot of potassium. Anything that flowers like that loves that.
Well, you have great ideas, Matt. The fun thing about pots and flowers is you can change them every year, so you can really get creative.
You know what, I definitely like this location stuff. Was this not one of the better shows? And I think we've proven outdoor living in Indiana is a definite big trend.
Sure is. Granite Ridge Builders has really embraced outdoor living. We have a lot of models and spec homes that showcase this. You're welcome to stop out and see us anytime. We'd love to give you a tour. And in about a month, we're going to have a Street of Dreams, a new home extravaganza with 12 fully furnished homes Southwest. You're going to want to stay tuned.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
As always, guys, we want to thank you for spending part of your day with us and enjoying all these beautiful outdoor elements. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please just pick up the phone, give us a call, visit us on the website below. Even better yet, just come in the front door. We'd love to say hi.
And as I promised, we got the pontoon boat, and it is absolutely ready. So let's all
go.
go down to the dock.
Let's go.
We got a pontoon boat.
hand.
Hey, don't forget the lemonade. Oh, sorry. No.
I think he needs a floaty.
A fish out. I got you.
All right, you guys get right off. We're going to go get in the boat. As soon as you can, get over here. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get in the boat. I'm not getting out of the pool.
We're focusing. We're bringing in the indoor.
What is he wearing?
Well, that was fresh.
I think that worked.
Thanks. Hey, Luke, thanks for missing me.
I'm trying to brace you. I tried to brace you. Lonnie, this has to be the best old guy. Wait, this has to be the best outdoor living feature. Great? For old guys. For old guys. Should I say that?
What else do you want us to do? You told him he needs to work on his acting.
No, Luke didn't even say yeah. Me too.
And action.
And living in Fort Wayne has become one of those places that it's amazing the outdoor activities you can do.
Yeah, I know every time I'm biking down the River Greenway, I've seen so many people out kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding. It's just gorgeous.
He's not in the shot anymore.
I told him like this way, the stream just pushes right back and going.
I'm glad we stopped before we got really closer. What a tour.
Well, we want to give you the thrill of Cedar Point.
That's the made of the mist.
Yeah.